Today's clip is brought to you by Walker Corporate Law.
Well, for within the food domain that synthetic biology has been applied to, cultured is the word that comes up a lot.
Cultured.
Because you're using usually yeast or some microorganism to produce proteins, and it's similar to brewing beer or making cheese or something like that, except using a little more high-tech modifications of those organisms. So it's still a culturing sort of process.
Okay, so this IndieBio Accelerator that's here in San Francisco, this is the first class you're going through?
So the
first cohort?
Yeah, the first cohort finished technically in June, and so there's already a second cohort running, actually maybe 2 blocks from here in a new lab. Yeah.
In San Francisco. And you were part of the first.
That's correct.
So how many companies were in there? Were you all just like making little weird biology projects?
Yeah, so I think there's about 12 companies that were in it, and basically IndieBio stands for independent biology, and so they've tried to basically bias towards things that maybe are outside of human health and therapeutics, like projects that may be tangential to that. I mean, sometimes the therapeutics slips in or diagnostic slips in, but there's a lot of things we're looking at. Basically, like one of the companies, Clara Foods, is like brewing egg whites in yeast. So basically, it's a chickenless egg product. Much, kind of like the next generation of Hampton Creek in some regards.
Right.
Instead of using plant proteins, you're just getting the animal proteins, but you're getting them directly from yeast. No chickens involved.
Hey everybody. Let me stop for a moment, this amazing episode, and tell you about the Walker Corporate Law Group. Yes, they are a boutique law firm that specializes in the representation of entrepreneurs and startups. And Scott Walker is the founder of that company, and he is a personal friend of mine, and he does a great job working with startups. I have literally introduced him to dozens, maybe hundreds now, of startups, and they all rave about the services of the Walker Corporate Law Group because their lawyers have decades of experience. You're not going to get junior associates who are getting on-the-job training with your startup. No. They're going to help you with mergers and acquisitions, licensing, terms of service, privacy policies, formation, all this kind of stuff, fundraising, and they're really great at it. And they do fixed fees. They don't want to surprise people with crazy bills. They think that billable hours can reward inefficiency, so they'll just be fair with you. And that's what I love about them, because if you're a startup, you don't want to get that sticker shock and get a huge bill. Make sure you use the Walker Corporate Law Group, and you can do that by calling Scott Walker at 415-979-9998. 415-979-9998. You can email him, scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, or you can visit walkercorporatelaw.com as well. Scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, and let Scott Ed Walker on Twitter know, @ScottEdWalker, know that you watch the program and you appreciate him supporting independent media like This Week in Startups. One of my oldest advertisers, one of my oldest friends in the industry, just a great guy, a total mensch, and he really takes care of the startups who work with him. Thank you, Scott Walker, for supporting This Week in Startups. Bye-bye.